Hey guys, welcome to another podcast for the Lost and Found. I am Tamak.
And I'm Hilikus.
And we're from the Lost and Found website, a website about Xbox gaming, chatting, having fun.
T-shirt on.
Yeah, I didn't bring my t-shirt on.
Yeah, so you can check out our website. It's www.thelostandfound.co.uk. But today we're going to be talking about what games what games are coming up. So games that
we're looking forward to, see
on the verge of release.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming, which is quite exciting. It feels like there's been a bit of a drought for the last couple of months, but yeah, good to see. And what's really nice is it means the new stuff that came out ages ago, the prices are starting to drop now.
True.
So if you haven't got Black Ops yet, now's probably the time to start looking for it.
But nobody's playing it. So. Okay, so new games. Well, we've already reviewed Battlefield 3 as a separate review, so we don't really need to talk about that. But what else are you really excited about?
Batman Arkham City.
Yeah?
I am looking forward to that. Yeah, it looks really good. I bought Batman Arkham Asylum a little while ago. It was going 10 quid, I think, something like that. It was second-hand section. And I bought it because I heard good stuff about it. And I really enjoyed it. It was quite linear to start off with, but the gameplay just seemed to get better and better. And I liked being the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It reminded me of reading comic books. And yeah, it was good fun. I really enjoyed it.
There's something very cool about being Batman.
There is.
So with Arkham Asylum, I just played through it as well, and I found, at the beginning, the path was very determined, very narrow scope. You know, you've just got to go from here to here.
Yeah.
There's only one route, and you're going to meet these people along the way. So that really annoyed me. It's I hate being forced down a route.
Yeah.
The gameplay was awesome. The fighting was really good, but I didn't like the way you were forced into one route.
It did feel a little bit repetitive. Like whenever you got a big guys, it was the whole thing about get them to charge you, jump out the way, let them bang their head enough times. And it felt
every boss same technique.
And it seemed like all they did was throw more guys at you. That's the way it got harder.
Yeah.
Until we got to Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy was a little bit different. And the Joker. Well, the Joker was pretty. Yeah, it was standard.
It's pretty
kind of
standard.
formula.
Yeah.
But saying that, I really enjoyed the gameplay. I had good fun playing it. I loved hanging from gargoyles.
Yeah.
And grabbing thugs and tying them up. That was good fun.
Arkham City, has it left you with an appetite for more Batman?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, I'm definitely going to be getting Arkham City.
It's a good sign.
Yeah. And the new moves, the new graphics, they all look really good. They look like they've taken it and moved it a step up.
So one of the real big things that they've done is made it open world.
Yeah.
So you now apparently got free roam. I don't know quite how far that goes, because I really like games like Grand Theft Auto where you've literally got free roam and you can go off and do whatever you want to do.
It would be nice if you had the whole city and you could just kind of go where you wanted, kind of do the missions in whatever order you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know quite how that works.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
It'd be cool to just glide down from the top of a building and decide where you want to go next.
I wonder if you could, beat up good guys as well then. I don't know if they're going to go that GTA, but it'll be interesting to see. I think I enjoyed the old one enough, and the stuff that I've seen about the new one, I've liked enough of it to make me want to go out and get it when it comes out.
Yeah.
So that's going to be good.
You know what, it reminds me of Manhunt. I don't know if any of you guys played Manhunt. It was quite restricted in the UK. I think they took it off the
Was that the one that
shelves.
got banned because it was all the shooting in the church or something like that?
Oh, no, not the church. That was something else. But it was just super violent. I can't remember what it was now. But yeah, it's just because it was super violent. So basically, it's the same kind of story as that criminals have taken over the city, and then you've got to creep around in the shadows and take them all out. So it's almost like Batman is a family-friendly version of what Manhunt used to be.
Dark Knight, family-friendly. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I wonder what the weapons will be like, whether they'll reinvent weapons or whether you've just got the same old things.
Yeah. I did like that you could upgrade the batarangs as you went along and kind of throw three. And I loved the, what do you call it, where you shot out the ropes and you could grab three thugs and pull them down.
Yeah.
I only found that out right at the end when I was fighting the Joker.
Oh, you kidding?
Oh man, it would have been so much easier the other levels. I just never right tapped that trigger. And, anyway.
So that's Batman done and dusted. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
The other one that's coming out 11th of November, I think 11th, is the new Halo. So it's Halo Combat Evolved, which is the first Halo. 10 years later, they're re-releasing it.
I'm really torn because I love Halo. I'm a big Halo fanboy. I loved Halo 1 when it came out. I played it for hours and hours and hours, especially the multiplayer.
Yeah.
And it's the same game, though. They've updated the graphics, they've updated the sound, but it's the same game.
It is the same story, yeah.
And I'm going to be paying, what, 35 quid for the same game that I could pick up for £2 or whatever.
Yeah, the original Halo game was never released for Xbox 360, so it's the oldest.
Yeah,
it's the original Xbox game, so it's nice that they've re-released it anyway.
That's true.
You know, I'm quite positive about this. I think the graphics look a lot better, and the sound and stuff. I think that's really cool. And they've even introduced a feature where you can flick back to the old version so you can compare and contrast what they've changed.
Yeah. The Halo fanboy in me says, I've got to get it for my collection.
Yeah.
The other part of me says, they're just trying to make money.
True.
It's the first one that 343 Industries have done, now that it's been taken away from Bungie. So you kind of feel like they're, like testing the waters, cutting their teeth on this, taking the old one, redoing it to try and learn. And I'm all for that.
It's a good practice for them.
But if they sold it as an arcade game, like 1,200 points, I would say bargain, go for it. It does feel a little bit like they're profiteering at like full game price.
One of the program managers at 343 Industries said that it would be released as, it wouldn't be released at full retail price, it would be kind of a sub-retail game. But all the pre-order prices are full retail price. So it's interesting if the project manager thinks that it's not a full game, but yet retail is selling it as a full game, whether you would be a little bit disappointed.
It sounds like a conflict between, the guys writing the game, making the games and the marketing.
And they're like, no, we can sell it full price. They'll buy it.
So I think I'll get it eventually. I think I'll wait for the price to drop down because I want to have it. I want to have all the Halo games.
I think, so technically what it is it's the same campaign story from the original Halo game, but they've introduced online co-op, which you could never do in the first one. So you will be able to kind of work through
2 players, I think.
I can't remember if it's 2 or 4. I think it's 2.
Yeah.
I think it's 2. They've also introduced online multiplayer, which is obviously part of Halo now, but wasn't part of it right at the back at the beginning.
Oh, no, not on Xbox, but on PC and Mac it was.
Okay.
Because I used to play the online multiplayer on Mac.
Right.
You could actually download a free demo, and there was one multiplayer map, the Blood Clutch, and you could play that as much as you like. It was really awesome. Yeah, I played that Blood Clutch. Oh, so much.
So the multiplayer that they've put into the new version of Combat Evolved is actually the engine from Reach. So the multiplayer will play as you're used to with the latest Halo game.
I wonder if that means you're going to have all the Reach abilities, if you're going to have the jetpack, the energy shield. I hope not. I hope they keep it to the original. I really hope they have the pistol as powerful as they did on the original. Because if you were good enough, you could headshot with pistols and you could take people out.
Yeah.
So that would be really good.
I think you might find a difference between the campaign and the multiplayer, because the multiplayer is built on the Reach engine. I don't think the campaign is. So there might be a difference there. I think I'd be surprised if they put all the special abilities that you got in Reach into the online multiplayer, but I think you'll get the standard, you'll get the weapons will react the same, and you'll probably still get the knife melee attack.
Oh man, now that we talk about it, I want it. I'm probably going to end up buying it fairly soon.
Does sound pretty cool.
Yeah. Maybe we'll make up for Reach. I wasn't overly chuffed with Reach. Yeah. It was Halo, but yeah.
Better than ODST.
Oh yeah. Better than ODST.
Just tried to blank that from my mind.
Yeah, that doesn't really count as Halo.
Okay, so that's Halo done and dusted.
What else is coming out?
We're going to talk about OnLive.
OnLive, yeah. It looks really interesting. You've told me about it and I've read up about it. I haven't tried it yet. So yeah.
I'll quickly explain.
Yeah, go for it.
So OnLive, in case you haven't heard, is the future of online gaming. Apparently, we'll see. It's streaming gaming. So all the processing and all the graphics systems are done on their servers and then streamed back to your TV. So it's quite confusing. So let's think about the best way of saying this. It's cross-platform gaming. So there's many ways you can play these games. The majority of people will get the box. You can buy a little box that plugs into your TV and your broadband, and you get a controller with it, very like an Xbox or PlayStation controller. And it's basically sending all your controls to them, to their servers. They process that as the game and then stream the video back to your TV. So there's some real advantages with this. All the processing power is done by them, so they can upgrade their hardware at no extra cost to you, which is pretty cool because, as we've said, the Xbox is great, but you know, if they want to update the graphics card, they've got to release a new console and everybody's got to go and buy it.
Yeah.
So this way they can just update their servers and everybody gets a better service.
And theoretically, there shouldn't be that. Your upload speeds are not as important because all you're sending is your movements.
Your controls. Yeah.
Your controls. So that shouldn't be a lot of data going up because people have slow upload speeds. And your download speeds are just downloading the video.
Yeah.
Is it running at HD?
Sort of. If you're worried about your download speed, your broadband, they say a minimum of 2 meg connection. But yeah, I think you're going to be probably safer if you're up to more 6 or 8 meg. So the quality coming back down on the TV can go up to 720p from what I've read.
I'm wondering how that's going to hit people's download limits though. Because if you think about it, if you're streaming 720p, say 4 or 5 hour gaming session, you're probably going to use up a lot of your bandwidth.
Yeah. If you're worried about whether you can handle that, maybe jump on YouTube and try and play a 720p video.
And see
if you can play it without buffering, then you'll be able to play the games without buffering.
Can you downgrade it? Can you say, all right, I want to run at SD?
Well, I think it'll automatically scale down. That's kind of the top quality that they're producing. But the other way that you can play games is you can jump onto your Mac or your PC laptop or computer and you can continue the game that you were playing on your PC.
That is cool.
Which is pretty good. So you got one login that crosses all those platforms.
Oh, mate. March next year we get fibre optic down where I am. Which, that would be awesome.
So I was going to say is on laptops and PCs the quality is a little bit lower. I think it's 576, which is what normal standard TV's like. That's kind of a guide.
But from what I understand, that the model that they're working on is one. Well, you've got a couple of different options. You can rent a game.
Yep.
Or you can buy the game, but you don't actually physically get it. You just get the rights to use it.
Yeah, I think that's worth pointing out for people to understand the pricing here. Is that you're buying access to the games. So you can often play a trial of a game for free. That's like a 30-minute trial. You can rent access to the game for 3 or 5 days at 2 different price points. Or you can buy full access to a game, which is sort of like buying a game. You can play it whenever you turn on your console or your laptop and you log in, and you can play it as much as you like. But it's like 35 quid in England, which is the same price as a full retail game, pretty much.
And you can't sell it on when you're finished with it.
Yeah, you're not actually buying a physical thing that you can sell. So you're buying access, but that has no value then.
You're buying the rights to play that game rather than a physical disc.
Yeah, so they're making more money off you.
Yeah, you know what I would really go for? I would love a monthly amount to let me play any game. If they said, here, spend 15 quid a month with us and you can play any of the games for as long as you want, I would jump at that.
That's really tempting. They've sort of done that. They've got a monthly subscription that you can do, and in the US it's $10 a month, and in the UK it's $6.99. It works out kind of even. But it's not all of their games. It's 100 of their older games.
Yeah. If they offered, I think there's a real gap in the market here. If they went and said, fixed monthly rental and you play whichever games you want, I think that would be awesome. I think so many people would go for that. So I think, you've tried it though.
It's been out a couple of weeks in the UK. I've been desperate to get on it, and I've spent 3 evenings trying to log in and play. Sometimes I can get in, sometimes you wait in a queue, you finally get onto the service, and it just kind of jitters and jolts to a halt. And I've not actually got to play any games.
I find that really disappointing. When there's a new technology come out, guys, make sure it's up and running before you release it to the public.
I've been quite negative about this on Twitter because I was so enthusiastic. It's such a good idea, and I was completely sold on the concept. But then trying to use it and not getting the service, that really hit me hard. Quite a lot of the feedback that I got from people on Twitter were they had a lot of. They were a lot more apologetic. They were just saying, it's a new UK service, the servers aren't up to it yet. But I thought, if your business is streaming online games, then you've got to be able to do it. There's no point in launching and not being able to do that.
And the thing, guys, if you're going to do it, if you need to get through those teething problems, then set out a beta. Yeah. People understand if it's in beta and it's not working. But you kind of, I don't know. You only get one chance to make a first impression.
Yeah, like imagine if you bought the hardware, it's just 70 quid on the console to plug it in and play, and then you can access. Or,
dude.
And then and you're paying your monthly fee, and you try and connect, and it says the service is full. What the hell?
I wonder if they're trying to run it from servers in the States rather than setting up servers over here. Servers.
So I think we've got to come back to this once it's settled. It's running a lot better in the US. They've set up there first.
There's definitely potential there.
Yeah.
The only thing that I kind of really don't like the idea of is losing all my gamer score on the Xbox and having to start again.
Yeah.
It's not like you have that much to worry about, but me on the other hand.
Funny guy. And there'll always be those console-specific titles like Halo, Gears of War and stuff. You know, Xbox have got some really good titles, and PlayStation have some good titles too. So OnLive, we're just not going to get access to those.
You said the P word. I can't believe you mentioned the P word. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'd really like to see it working well.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of potential there, so it could be good.
Cool. So that's what we're looking forward to over the next couple of months, leading up to Christmas.
Yeah, guys, keep a lookout on our website. We're introducing a couple of new authors. People are coming on board to write new content for us, so I'm really excited about that. We should get some. We had
a new story already from Ashley, and, and that went down really well. That was the review of Dust, the Xbox Live Arcade title, which looks really cool, actually. I think I'll buy that.
I think so as well. I need to get some points.
You do it for the gamer score?
No, not the gamer score.
Oh, you mean, Microsoft
credit.
points.
I need to buy it, yeah.
Okay, so quick reminder, if you want to head over to our site, it's www.thelostandfound.co.uk.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you guys again.
Okay, thanks for watching.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.